OTP or something will come to your PIN. Then you will punch those PIN and you will be taken into the website to do your business. And this multi-factor authentication is no more, secure now. It becomes a trade. So then we have to take a little further, ahead of the other than the multi-factor authentication. And you might have heard of the VPN, virtual private network. And all the peoples in the industry peoples are connected to the VPN now. But VPN is also again becoming an obsolete. Now we are moving ahead to the zero trust network access. And this is going to be a reality soon. Similarly, these are all because of the rise, because of the disruption in the technology, by way of artificial intelligence, by way of cloud, and by way of emerging future technologies. So IoT, double IoT, kind of things, all the components, almost all electronic gadgets are connected to the cyber world. So the trade becomes expanded. So now here lies the opportunities again, the requirement of cybersecurity experts. You may be happy to learn that India is now in the 10th place as far as the cybersecurity is concerned, which was beyond, beyond 100 in the yesteryears. So all these are because we have to make our cyberspace secure. To make the cyberspace secure, we should have an experts in the area of cybersecurity. That is where the opportunity lies. And the beauty in cyber is that you can work from anywhere. And one emerging threat in the cybersecurity, which I forget to share with you, friends, is that the COVID-19 pandemic is one particular thing which threat the human, but at the same time which give a vast opportunities as far as the cybersecurity is concerned. The threats are there because working from home, because even in NILIT, we have experienced the threat because all our classes has to be migrated to the online medium, and all our faculty has to work from home. All our staff has to work from home. Then there we came across the threats we came across the holes which were in our servers, in our network kind of thing. So educating your staff is also an important component of the cybersecurity to stop the cybersecurity, compromise from the cybersecurity of your business. I hope this particular 2 hours or 3 hours webinar arranged by NILIT Imphal is in the right direction. And I wish our experts, Mr. Dinamani and Mr. Bubu, and will elaborate on the emerging threats in the cybersecurity due to the artificial intelligence, due to the data privacy, due to remote work, on account of the COVID-19 and cloud, and etc. And this is not a simple, classroom kind of thing. And I must request all the participants to interrupt and to raise any issues, to ask any questions to our experts. And I wish the webinar a success. Thank you, Mr. Babu and Mr. Dinamani.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dinamani, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So continuing our program, I'll just give you a highlight of the trend in cybersecurity. Then it'll be continued by Mr. Dinamani. And at the end of the session, we'll have a question and answer so that we can have some interaction with our audience. Since this is a webinar kind of thing, we'll be speaking and the audience will be listening. At any point you have any doubt or clarification, or you want to ask some question, kindly raise your hand and we will get back to you. So my session will be short and will be just a highlight of the trends. And the detail will be taken up by Mr. Dinamni. To begin with, the important security trends which has been recently noticed are something like this. I have given some couple of points, 7 points. So we have new technology and devices coming up, right, from IoTs and other smart plugs and other things, right? So these are the technology that has been designed to be operational, to give us some functionality. But nowadays, because most of these devices are connected to the internet, this has been, a target for the cyber threat from hackers and other things. So the company that have designed this now are scrambling to make these devices more secure. For example, we may have a baby monitor that might be hacked by some hacker, right? So we'll see some of the technologies that are currently available in the market and that may be a prime target for the hackers. And second is the ransomware. Ransomware is not new. Basically, it has been there for a couple of years now. But then the dynamic of ransomware and the sophistication that hackers are using nowadays are mind-boggling. So people thought that ransomware will be a simple, a encryption kind of thing or disabling some IT infrastructures. But nowadays, we have noticed the first death due to ransomware last year when a hospital in Germany was attacked by a ransomware and the IT infrastructure was disabled, due to which a patient died. So now we can assume that ransomware is not, a fiction kind of thing, but it is very much real and it can affect any one of us. And the third trend nowadays we are looking at is cloud services. As Sir mentioned that due to the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, most of the people are working from home, and most of the infrastructure nowadays have been migrated to the cloud. But the cloud service provider may be very good, right? Maybe very secure, but due to the users' misconfiguration of services, maybe networking or maybe security related thing, there has been reported many cases of attack on cloud-based services. And moving on, we'll talk about the problem of using outdated and inefficient systems. When we migrate or when we upgrade our systems, we sometimes fail to take care of the obsolete system. Say, for example, our old switches, router, and operating systems that might still be part of the system or part of the network. So that again create lots of problem. And we have remote work risks associated with all the home workers. Mainly, this again is due to the misconfiguration part and maybe sophistication of the technology that they are using. And also the next point will cover the multi-factor authentication, which Sar has just mentioned also. And earlier it was so that multi-factor authentication will improve the security aspect of our transaction and all. But nowadays, due to some issues related to the security aspect of one of the factor or two of the factor, again, it is proving to be not very much secure. People have overcome some of the security aspect of this MFA. And finally, we'll conclude with the the highlight on data privacy. Nowadays, lots of data privacy breaches has occurred. So what really happens and what are the protecting mechanisms that we may have? So moving on, new technology and devices. So I've given some screenshot of some of the IoT devices, like the first one being the smart plug. Smart plug normally look like a normal plug, that is electrical plug, but it is smart in the sense that it can be used to on and off any connected devices, maybe through voice command or maybe through some smart technology. So therefore, it is cheap also. So many of the homes, smart home, are nowadays using these smart plugs, and this is again connected to the internet. So therefore, it is estimated that by the year 2027, there will be, 4 or 5 times the population of human on the earth. That is around 41 billion IoT devices will be there. And these devices will be in the form of various sensors and such as smart plug and maybe fitness wearable fitness devices, or maybe baby monitors and etc. So these devices, even though they serve a purpose, but from the security point of view, most of the devices may be lacking due to lack of resources, lack of computing powers, and etc. So they have been designed to perform some aspect of the function, but the security aspect may be not very strong. So taking advantage of this, hackers and other malicious software, they may misuse these devices. So this is one of the recent trend, because of the improve in the technology. Again, adversary also, they have improved the technology to hack onto such devices. So we have to notice this trend. Second is a ransomware. As I mentioned, ransomware, earlier crime was committed just for the patient or just for disabling something. But nowadays, cybercrime are committed to monetize or get money from their act. And one form is the ransomware, where you take ransom from disabling some files or encrypting some file or the IT infrastructure. So as mentioned earlier, the ransomware is very much real, and the first death has already occurred last year in Germany due to the failure of IT infrastructure, and this may hit anyone. Another concept is, nowadays we have for the cryptocurrencies, and it is, you can say, untraceable transaction kind of thing. So ransomware, they demand money in the form of cryptocurrencies. So tracking this criminal is very tough. So that enable the criminal to mount more ransomware type of attacks. So we have to be very aware of this threat. This threat is real. And the third is Tor. Tor is again an onion browser which will be hiding the identity of the person on the web. Many people use Tor to hide their identity, but criminals use the same thing to get anonymity of their attack. So again, combining these three, the dynamic of the cybercrime has changed from just just for the patient or hobby kind of thing to a organized sector kind of thing where they earn money in real money, using all this new technology, and they can hide their transition through cryptocurrency. They can hide their identity through Tor. So from a security point of view, this has been a very important development. So moving on, we have the cloud services. No, cloud services may be as simple as a networking infrastructure or a set of server available in the internet, or maybe used for various purposes like storage of files, or maybe, for example, our office also using cloud services like email services from NIC, and we don't host our own this thing infrastructure for email. Likewise, for online education, LMS and other things are again hosted in the cloud. But the application part of the software is being controlled by the end user, and any lack of security or misconfiguration in that application part may lead to insecure system in the overall. So these are some of the factors that are making the attack on the cloud services of a particular organization easy. So we have to be very, in a sense, make sure that the application part controlled by the end users are also as safe as the infrastructure part, which are being provided by cloud service provider like Amazon. Amazon as such, they have a very good infrastructure in security, but if it is being used by a third party, then the party need to update their system and the software that is being run on the cloud services. So again, the trend is due to the COVID-19 and other, many people have started using cloud services in a much wider sense. So again, first-time user, they find it difficult to configure it properly. So there has been reported cases of lots of attack on cloud services. It doesn't mean that the email service provided by, say, for example, NIC is not secure, but morally, it is based on the user configuration. Whoever using the email are not properly using their email, so maybe security breach is done from the end user point of view. And moving on, as mentioned earlier, in a particular system, while upgrading some of the legacy system like say Windows XP or 7 or maybe Windows even 8 now, and networking devices like switches, routers, and various firewalls obsolete are still part of.
Bubu,
Yes, sir.
sorry to interrupt you.
Okay, sir.
Sorry
Please.
to interrupt you. As I told you in my opening remark, most of the participants are, our students, our ex-students, and
Yes, sir.
there have been a lot of requests from them to make it in Manipuri as well as in English
Okay.
for a better understanding.
I will try, sir.
Yeah, थोड़ा mix करके
I'll just mix it up
mix
and.
करके. So that is why I was about to ask the profile of the participants. My speech was only introductory, and yours is somewhat technical, and you can finish yours, and I will ask the Dinamani
Yes.
to
I think
better to
he's
give
going to
70 in local language and 30 in English language.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the information. As I was mentioning, most of the network still have legacy device like Windows XP. Maybe in ATM, they again use Windows XP and Windows 7. Some of the offices are still using Windows 7 and other legacy devices. Legacy in the sense, legacy hybrid Ariba devices, now the problem is the company like Microsoft and the network manufacturing companies, they have stopped making the patches, security patches for these devices. Therefore, uh, to put it very simply, these devices are not safe anymore. So they can be hacked easily, but due to the complication in removing them, some of the company are still have to, because some of the application runs on them only, and it is not just a matter of changing the Windows operating system or a network switch, but the whole setup. And changing the whole setup require money. Pasaya am chang money na ari device se adum sinabasu adum mayam se sinari haitare. But then adu sinabakanda problem di overall network security issues are there. So this is again another thing that we need to keep into mind. And due to the COVID-19 pandemic, now many people have started working from home. Remote work risks are always there when you start working from home with improper configuration. So most of the misconfiguration, I think Ozadinimni will be talking some of the configuration problems and other things. But the thing is, earlier the situation was we go to the office and we work there. And now the thing is, we have to stay home and still be able to access the office infrastructure. Now there are a couple of secure way of accessing the office infrastructure, but most of the people, they use the easy way out, maybe use some remote access software and the like, and they don't have a hardware to properly protect the office network, so like a firewall. So because of that, there has been lots of issues and reported cases of office infrastructure being exposed to the internet, and has been a target from the hackers community. So therefore, earlier physically we had to go to the office and access the server. Now we are making the office server visible to the internet so that I can access it from my home. So if I don't configure it properly, if I open some of the code open, then there are chances that some of the hacker may get to know of this port by scanning the ports and other, the software services available on the server, and they may try to misuse it. So it has been reported cases of happening in various offices, worldwide. And as mentioned earlier also, we thought that authentication, we know, is a password kind of thing. We have a mobile phone, we have a PIN log, or maybe a pattern log, or maybe an email with some passcode or password. So for transaction in banking and various other application, people thought that a multi-factor authentication, maybe a password combined with a PIN or a fingerprint will be safe. But and because of this, many of the bank and other things they use two-factor authentication where a PIN is sent through SMS or maybe a voice. So this method are not safe in the sense the SMS that is being sent to the registered mobile phone and the voice are not encrypted. So therefore, nowadays people are moving toward more safe or encrypted way of authentication, and one of them is the app-based multi-factor authentication provided by various companies like Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator or even our own NIC Kavach. So opening my email account, we require an authentication using the software developed by NIC called the Kavach. So again, therefore, technology changes, security, need to be upgraded to meet with the changes in the technology. So this is again one of the recent trend happening. And finally, the last topic is the data privacy. Very recent, if I have to say that database happened is the Air India database where more than 45 million passengers worldwide data related to all these passengers has been leaked. And therefore, to protect this, privacy, sometimes people think that they paste their own information and videos, upload their own videos in their Facebook or Instagram or something like that, not knowing the hidden danger of disclosing everything. So in order to protect this, social media sites and various, they try to gather this data for monetization, for various other commercialization of this data. Every government, they have their own, act or bill to protect this. And government of India also have, formulated a bill called the PDB. There is Personal Data Privacy Bill that has been tabled in the House, and this bill is going to be very soon turned into an act. Right now, it is under the Joint Parliamentary Committee discussing various aspects of the bill. So this will enable someone to, have control on the data. Even the commercial, social media also, they cannot publish our data without our consent. So therefore, gathering our information also will require a prior approval or consent from the users. So therefore, we have to wait and watch what is the real act is going to be. What are the clauses that are going to be part, and using this, any organization or office that gather data from student or customer need to take care of the sections available in this bill or act to highlight what can be published in internet and what cannot be published, or what can be used or what can be collected and all. So with these few slides, I'd like to pass over to Mr. Dinamni for more elaborate, uh, you know, uh, explanation of the things. Over to you, Mr. Dinamni.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. A very nice concept. So like we'll have a next session that is mine. It will be discussed regarding on our emerging trends in cybersecurity. So let me play. So I think everyone sees my PPT. Fine. Sir, I give week, sir.
Uy,
Sir, okay, fine, sir. Thank you. So like so my session as per request will have in mixed Manipuri and English. So fine. So I myself, Nomaitum Dinamani, project engineer, a cyber forensic lab here in Edit Infra. So even you can mail me in my mail ID, that is imdinamani@gmail.com. So anything, if I have that idea, then I'm that much sure that I will help you all. Fine. So coming to my session, we'll start. The first thing, ako na soiba jaga where we make our mistake in cybersecurity. Secondly, we can have the term that it will not affect us in a cyber. So this is the biggest blunder that we have in our modern days. Kamain tau ge have so we think that as mo ito tawag so ayun na dito roy, mo ito tawag so ayun na dito roy. So that thinking make us a very kahani ya blunder mo level. So if we go through this cybersecurity, then ako na khangba yabadi, like if it is infected on a computer, then it can be infected on my computer also. Because if I am connected to the internet, so everyone have the same access. Adumay na dum concept se dum ko. Adu na yari ko koi ki cyber security ki matang da mo na di sige virus na infect away ayon na di ito tawre. No mo na rin ransomware na ayon na di la oy ID computer yang pai de, for example ID phajana dum pai ke shutog de. So these are all things that we have to very much aware. Uh, that is the very first introduction I want to give. So koi the loy magtok pa yamang the things that we have to make sure that it doesn't occur on us. Adumay po ina khangadabani ko. So cybersecurity as an overview, ako na kamay na yeng have kanda. So cybersecurity is a combination. Imagine like it might be a process, it might be a technical, some other methods like which have been protecting our servers like personal PCs, network, then electronic gadgets, mobile data, kanadagi from unauthorized access. Yeah, ko. Summa may am sa ko na like kitang secure na ko na access to ba ya na ba season na ba like concept tools mayam ne koi cyber security na have say. So the cyber security mainly focus on Canada focus to get higher. So it mainly focus on availability, confidentiality and integrity. Yeah, go. Sige ahum sina it's going to be a biggest asset. Yeah, go. Koi digital era the koi na sige ahum se secure to rakadi like we can have like 70% of security the koi preventive measures low rate kind of high ba. So next, cybersecurity is a kaino. So cybersecurity na kaya kadi a very kahani area mo ito a very big area. So sige area so na koi na yeng do say mainly protect ako gi device to protect to bukitang natte sida koi ba ya sa kari kari no have kanda like so our electronic gadgets works on data. Ako gi electronic gadgets may answer like data la ya work to bunga tane. So now due to this kahani emerging technologies like internet and all. So now people used to have 3G network in their mobile phones and after coming up of 4G, then people gain the speed of access of internet. Yeah. So the minor likewise, like in a very mafam kharadatim hogre. So likewise in coming years, I got the coming months, then will be this one. Ako'y 5G speed network siya ako'y kubo pang dore was 5G ito. So like connectivity is a hell at matungin na like there will be lots of chances kaya hani ako'y like yauriba ako'y device to yauriba ako'y data mayam se. Kaya ko exposed to yaba then mina khangna ako'y dagi changaga loktoki ba yaba gi like concept mayam lapto ni so sumba mayam se ako'y ngaktok na ba. So the human kaya hani education adumba mayam duni ko the main concept of under this cyber security. So ako'y na nga sa hijack but the cyber security works on three main assets kay no hama kanda sa ako'y privacy ahamba. Yeah, go. So privacy means like those who are unauthorized kahani user hai gadra unauthorized party hai gadra they should never have the access to our data. Ngasai unauthorized oiba users mayam se moina aigi oiba personal data se low yadi sina ba yahloi have the terms and the privacy the lakrani then integrity in a higher like those authorized user natraga those authorized owner mama tandana say koigi data se means adu data add thousand ba alter toba mutat pa remove toba so sina kana ka piga dabno masagi authorized access idan the people sina ko integrity kai na hai then availability kai na hai na masagi akoi data se regarding to our needs akoi na hekta magi monda akoi na parameter means genuine parameter ka pass tawraga akoi adugi data access pangbu neba aduna availability ne so second, not only this, cyber security, the pusan ba yaba haragadi like there are different numbers kay pusan ba yaba koi asagi mayam na taba authentication mechanism then adudagi koi name identifiers yai ko then sumba password ki mechanism sumba mayam so like it comes under human education yai ko cyber se secure in about human education na adum so it's a part ai so next, we can see like what are the types of crimes. There you go. Cyber crimes. In my concept, we have three types. The first one is kind of the computer-assisted crime. Then second one is crimes which where the computer itself is a target. Yeah, go. Anis ahom subodana the crime where the computer is incidental to the crime rather than directly related to the crime scene. Hai badi ngasai crime se computer na tawama then anis subodana ngasai I target object se kana oiba akoi computer ama oiba then ahum suba sidana I computer se I crime scene sida suyaw yaw but indirectly as a matter to what type of crime ama oidoineba so these are the categories kaya ani ko na categorize to wakanda cyber crime se means market type se categorize to wakanda in these three categories we can categorize hai so so like cyber criminals and haragati first kai oiba yage have a kanda those users haigadra natraga those like even the users example AI boxing abo so like including AI and all they are all users also so sige cyber criminal ma'am those asagi akoi ki confidential information then akoi ki data breach to then akoi the malware pass to then sugumba access user mayamse moina karam tactics se sijanaraga cyber criminals insida like akoi ge security loophole mayamse like overcome tawraga akoi dagi kari crime perform to ba yage na haragadi some tactics moina sijanabada ka akoi ge denial of service so denial of service in haragadi like those hackers those unauthorized users they consume all the server resources so that they gain only the resource that other user they don't give the permission to access adumba kangudu ni ko denial of service kind of haragana then like malware malicious software so there are different numbers of malicious software like quick virus worm Trojan horse ransomware then adagi quick spyware adware kind of like so even these are all kind of the malware natane the main theme the main target mo na tawri sa kayo have kanda monetary gain na somewhat unaccess o useless o device to adong bagi condition hai kada adong bagi parameters de hen mo to then ahum sa basina ko ki man and middle attack na man and middle attack kind of higher so these are even like data sniff to na bala iba kangu so like I myself is a client, so we have a server. So if we use a third-party tool or software, so if I access my server through the third-party software, then the third-party software or tools have all the resources that I inputted on my server from my client side. Yeah, go. Adumay na ay lang sa server access to baka na magi through the magi tools ki magi like magi app ki through the chala gati ay data me am mo na pass to doine so aduna na sa ay na thai bato data do if third party sina like ako'y da kitang kay ni ako'y da kitang ako'y confidential data kung ba yung gati yeah ko so ako'y information de loktok pag namawi na hay ne so the fourth one is kay lagi ka na ako'y phishing attack na hay so phishing attack very common like maximum number of crime starts from this phishing only yeah ko ay hindi ko conceptually like 7 means maximum like 9 out of 10 hoy cyber gi attack mayam se ayam ba moina prefer to was kana prefer to ge hama kanda akoi gi phishing attack sidagi hawe so phishing attack kana ha was somewhat manaba port ama natraga yam manba yam legitimate looking oiba port ama moina akoi da piraga akoi na amanba akoi gi concept sida asimak chap manari hi asengba oiramani kaina akoi gi wakon da concept akoi na khanjaraga akoi gi personal information je aduda pass to deba so once akoi gi personal information je moina lawra kanda di so they are going to be the owner aigi information je moina phamrani so aigi ngasai gi like aigi account credentials me amse kanana mapu oigi doino so they are going to be the owner. So mind like other than this tactics, we have different numbers of tactics. That is cross-site scripting, password attack, like SQL injection, kind of like. So I assume sige matang sila kitang like everyone is like kahani computer literate ngatan na ay na haning the sige SQL injection attack kind of have say yeah. To me, it's a very large kind of concept, ne? But the main idea behind the basic theme behind this SQL injection is like using of our OR gets. Koina kahani digital electronics kuma tambakanda OR gets kind of tambada. So if we can have the means cross-site scripting the jikandi kamain tau we have a kanda. So if a hacker access the code, adu orgadi moina kamaina tau we have a kanda. So username they usually know. Username is the ayam matam do mo open oina yeba. So akoi gi password mo na khang da banina. So they have some certain kai hani mo gi concept krada. Like if I give a password that is 1 2 3 4 5 around the password neighbor. So they have inputted a logic or yeah mo na logic or se ha peba. Aduga next ki condition the next parameter the mo na 1 equal to 1 kind of ha peba ko na. Yeah, go. So the password that I have, aduga ngasay mana PDB inputted password 1 2 3 4 5 6 di mana deva. But kamain tawag hama ka na mana ngasay atopa parameter na happy 1 equal to 1 kind of have di it's a universal truth. Chumi gumayam loy makhang na layer bang ngata neba. So likewise, Kuzik kaino ka the logic or in a check to paganda di han PDB password alan bane. The second one that is universal truth. Chumeva. So or condition batung ina di ama chumaga di ama then it's going to be finally the answer is true oidoram nina so adumaina akoi password attack kadum tawiko so like these are basic concept they establish on SQL injection super mayam amalay so dum being said nasai ki cyber criminal ma'am so what gives them motivation yeah ko so nasai ki mo ki motivation se ayas matam da kari oige hire gati nasai ki to break down the critical infrastructures the first concept they motivate si kai oige hama kanda to break down all the critical infrastructures like kai haini kasai ki tawri ba thabak mayam thugai bu du deba moina pami ahambada so ani subadana kai legi hama kanda ngasai ki like cyber criminals mayam sina tawdoi financial monetary gain ki damakta like financial benefits fangaba yeah go for example we have come across lots of ransomware koi mayam tare ransomware so ransomware we don't have any chances they have encrypted the backup anyhow we have to pay or we have to lose the data. Somewhat some minor criminal names in the point they used to spend a lot of time, they work hard normally rather than the engineers. Yeah, go. Other than a monetary gain, I can gain lots of money from those users. Adui concept the tabak tabu siyawe. Then certainly there are some people, there are such hackers, to showcase the ability they have. Moida la ability, moida la consisting of mamdo. What the bagit the as per fun. Moy masagi, kamain tawag ka na cyber criminal the actor po sa dumyaw iba. So these are some motivation behind cyber criminals. So cyber criminals, we have different numbers of cyber criminals. To elaborate, first we have black hat hackers. Black hat hackers so these are current hackers no have a quite a concept. They are Sativa hackers. They are the very much Sativa hackers. Kamain we have a kanda. Every time they use fake identities and conduct this one malicious activities to the servers and to the client. Adumba kangu dune then aduga gray hackers and hire have a kind of malicious intent plus kaidoba asagi legitimate akogi security to enhance on the matabak to do nasa black hat hackers kind of hire tasay ka pataba yama to matanebo gain moigi personal gain gi damakta tawba ngatane gray head ana hire ga personal gain gi sudum tawba yawe plus kaino kan fattaba thabak sudum tawba yawe then atopa koi white hat hackers kaina hire ga na nasai gi akoi gi sponsored hacker gumani ko moje akoi gi sponsored hacker ne like we have a business domain ama laire so adugi business domain sida kamain tawge nasai gi akoi da kai security flows lege common vulnerabilities lege kaina thidokpa honaba kangu mayam do ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯋꯥꯏꯠ ꯍꯦꯀꯔꯁ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯁꯣꯁꯥꯏꯠ ꯍꯦꯀꯔꯁ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯀꯣꯁꯀꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯂꯥꯏꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯏꯟꯐ꯭ꯔꯥꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯛꯆꯔ ꯗꯥꯎꯟ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯂꯥꯏꯛ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯞꯀꯤ ꯗꯤꯁ ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯁꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯕꯨꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ cyber criminals ayamba kanano hire script kidi sineba kai maramgino have kanda in our market there are lots of open source there are lots of freeways the mind of have kanda sai skilled hackers mayam sina they have created lots of software yeah ko moina tonga hacking software mayam sa leba the only thing is kaino kana sai script kidi sina the downloaded it sijenaraga moina kamai to honge have kanda sai akoi gi hacking the moise kaitoba thabak torpa haigadra yeah go so the next one is cyber terrorist kind of haraga koi terrorism gumba hacker terrorist kangu na tawin have the land it's not like that kamain taw have kanda those hackers which give fear to the users not to the client masai ki thabak ama taw kanda masai ki hallaga thabak taw so like have your for example I don't know nangi photo malaria I have your video I have your image nang asagi nang smile check me number ama so if you give this amount I will delete this message not that I will pass to your family members kind of something admaina ki halle kind lower seba so even they are all cyber criminals they terms under another so cyber terrorist term to iko to like likewise akoi ga sagi white hat hackers ki type ta we have state sponsored hacker so mo se kai no hire ga di mayam na handak yam common we no tagiba yam common we no tagiba Pegasus kind of have a malware do so from my concept they are all kind of state sponsored to hackers nataneva like kamai tawge have a kanda moina ga sai government ayam matam da अखोई government की networks हाई तारे नत्रगा नसाई के अखोई top secret ता लेबे information में हमसे penetrate तौरगा अदुगी information में हम लोग ना होना कांगू की hackers कांगू ने so these are state sponsored hacker अतोपा मा हायरगा दी activist so activist से करम कांगू नो these are the professional which promote hoigi kahani political agendas me ama promote over kangu like nasai for example like aina A in a hyper political party so another one is B political party if I have an activist I can shut down or I can disable the website of political party B so maina vote ki matam daga to so these are some kahani hoigi cyber criminals ki type karani ko so coming to next our cyber security categories akoina cyber security the changi hierarchy some categories we classified yeah, go. First one is application security, like which work on our software application. Yeah, go. Natraga ko gi kasagi data ko gi kahani device te yauri ba data se protect ta unaba labor security concerns me am to with again application security. Then operational security kind of higher gonna like the data we possess. We own the data. So if we want to secure these particular data assets, we have to have an operational security. Yeah, go. So then the third one is information security. Like information security works on the transit of our data. Kasi ako yung storage tagi atop device ama the network atop storage ama the data sa move to wakanda how we have to protect like we have to encrypt network decrypt or tha ya encrypt ko dum tha kadra magi privacy na karino integrity na kayo kadum no like adu ba check to wakangu dun ko information security. Then network security which mainly target on our incoming and outbound networks. Then end user education. This is very much important. Hujik matamda. Yeah, go. Hujik matamda quite important no higher end user education. Even in this awareness, we are going to give you some end user education. Like these are all security concerns categories. But cyber secure or the first thing we need to possess is our human education. Like educate internet what are the etiquettes, what we have to do, what we don't have to do. So sige se fajana mamutta na khangba ma changeba. So see khanga kanda I think maximum of the like cyber crimes ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯈꯪꯕꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ cybercrime ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ somewhat we can control. So the very basic thing we have to know is end user education. Like when we use WhatsApp, for example. So when we install WhatsApp from our Play Store for Android devices, they give lots of terms and conditions. So we never go through the terms and conditions. We just keep on clicking next, 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 install, open. So when we use this WhatsApp, they have the certain criteria, certain conditions that we have to follow. Like they have already mentioned that when you use this WhatsApp, I'm going to use your, for example, this one GPS, your contacts, your gallery, your file system and all. Fine, fine. So adumay na ina nga permission may amche certainly nga atop example ama haragadi. So you have downloaded a video player. Na sa video player naman download to rin. For example, nangi Android ka nang nataga nangi iOS ng iPhone na season na nangi video player naman download to rin. So when installing this video player, they certainly give some terms and conditions. So they have asked the permission to grant the access of GPS in your video player. So it doesn't give sense. Like nangi video players the nangi GPS pitobagi kay darkar lagi. Like if you give permission to access your contacts, it doesn't require, right? Adumay na. Asagi human ako na tawo yung sabak siya kari no tawo siya ay na siya na po siya kaino ay na pa payari siya kaino. Kaya ko. So adugi concept mayam dune ako na yengba yaba. Haina gadi sige and user education sida. So, ngasay ako'y cyber threats ke example kara haragadi these are very basic ako'y cyber threat ke examples ngatane. The first one is cyber attack, another one is cyber crime, then the third one is cyber terrorism. Yeah, go. Cyber attack na haragadi kaino habakanda ngasay unauthorized information gather to kangu to ne ako'y cyber attack na haragadi. Then cyber crime na haragadi kari no habakanda it might be a group of users or a single users. Kamain tawag habakanda they target a network or a system or a server or a device. Yeah, for their own benefits. Adum makangu na ko cyber crime ko then cyber terrorism na higher gati kari ko by by use of this electronic system like for example electronic device in addition with our internet they cause fear and panic to the users. Adum makangu na ko na kanani term to cyber terrorism we can term. So like we have lots of challenges in cyber security. Fine. These are the threats which give lots of challenges to the cyber security concerns experts. So the first one is malware. Fine. The second one is phishing. Then the third one is man-in-middle attack. Malware. By name it gives malicious software. Malicious software and have like unwanted natraga ako'y napamdaba kanadaba ako'y the kanadaba software na have so like we have lots of malicious software, for example, virus, worm, Trojan horse, ransomware, botnet, spyware, and all. So virus, Trojan horse, are very basic. So I will come up with Trojan horse. So Trojan horse and I have a malware say it's very challenging. Fine. Sometimes mayam na dum ubakanda. Sometimes nowadays this monitor system the inbuilt in a camera they have their own doors. Muy masagi door yaw ba ako'y na close to wayaba, then ako'y na open to wayaba. Because with this rise of this Trojan malware, adugi concept gi laki ba na lobo yaiba. So Trojan horse na have malware sa kidogi have kanda. Ako'y systems that changa, ako'y personal information, ako'y data mayam sa logthok pa plus kay no kanda, ako'y na tawri ba tabak mayam sa monitor to nga meba. Like if I have a Trojan horse, if I give injected to some other PCs, then I'm going to be the owner of that particular PC. Like whatever the things they sa asom site to riba mayam do. Loy na ba ay site ay na monitor to bayado ni. So likewise we have atop malware that is botnet. Very much difficult to detect. Kamay to have a kanda botnet say ako'y the effector pakanda it never affect in my own computer system by installing the malware. So like I have a botnet server. So this botnet server distribute all the botnets to some other computer system. Adudagi mo say active in a work top computer mayam mo na infection hold never. So like I get computer the botnet changi for example I have a very good antivirus or good internet security with a licensed one. Adumaina I botnet skin to wakana certainly a weak botnet we can catch, but those high-end botnets we never can catch. Because have a kind of these botnet are controlled by some other computer system that is not in my network. I get computer, I get top network like a computer system. So like my antivirus, my internet security is going to scan my PC only. Aduna aina atopa PC do scan tawo pangdabdina masai botnet se kuni detect tawo gumuda waieba. So the another one that is a very boom one that is ransomware. Ransomware, we have lots of cases registered in here in Manipur. Ransomware, which is the life and it's going to be a future malware. Future malware mo ito ransomware aside with crypto jacking kind of like. So ransomware is in the tori but tabak se kay no have a kanda like my PC, my data, everything is mine, but the owners is atopa miyama. Happening if I have a very less secure network, then this ransomware can infect my PC. Yeah, ko. Particular PC mo tawgira na trigger particular file mo tawgira ko ina masi kaito yung file ransomware then desktop ransomware kana. Even though nasagi mana tawriba tabak sidi karino haba kana ay gi personal iba data, ay gi personal iba file, ay gi personal iba information. Sige se atopa miya mga aga ay gi mana mapuoy gi doy neba. Once ay na sige file sina trigger data se hangin haba kana give me a readme na trigger mail dhara ka neba. So if you want to this file to be accessed, then you have to pay this much amount. So for you, I'm giving you 50% discount kind of in every ransomware give me the discount number to me money. So if you give me this amount in within 7 days, I'm going to give you 50%. Or else you have to give the full amount. Adumay na lakani mo trades. So masagi particular files mo na todo siya kayo haba ka na ay default extension siya mo ransomware siya yung encryption na magi matugina mana file system mo the own renewal. So when I open that file, it will ask every time it will open the readme and I can access the file. So it's very hard. Yam lui ko ma se ransomware ko na masagi remove to ba kay na have se. So may tungan-tungan ba algorithm ni tungan-tungan ba magi method ma'am season na mina ko na nasagi ransomware amat hekta decode to bang men har ga tay ma'am su decode to bang ni have concept kasi like these are all kind of personal algorithms they use. Yeah ko. So the next one is kay lagi kind of phishing. So phishing yam simple na har ba ka na mayam na khang na ba koi nga pa ba to. Cham man koi na nga pa ba ka na we use an angle we feed them and we drop to the kind of river the pond na koi thadai ba. So likewise, kamain tawag ka ba kanang sa phishing hackers mayam sila kamain tawag mana ba ako na hit ubuda yan mana na personal information mayam sila laptop na ba mo na yung authentic look ko ba pot ama mo na pwede pirakan nila yang thada ba man ba ma. So ask mo na hantu siya kayo for example lagi confidential data such as ID credit card ki wagera ID debit card ki wagera ID personal mail ID wagera phone numbers wagera ID address wagera ID parents maming wagera even every other details man kang mana yan ako'y naging ako'y naging genuine ibang look ang malay manina assume mani kaya nakalaga ako'y nagmasa bakanga like I'm going to be in a trip I should trip on the thing na gito ini asagi aman ba po tayo personal information ma'am mo ito mag share to gito ini so once he gave the personal information or personal details of mine adu already is going to be the honor of me ay like sabi mo na ay si kanagi kanana mapuoy kanda the hacker mama mana oy renewal then I know as I have a minor please remember that 9 out of 10 cyber threats may am say it always starts with phishing the giho bunga kaneba ayamba for example ransomware na have hita ko the chunk po natin for example malware na have hita like hita chunk po natin uh is on. Am I audible now? So, if I'm audible, then sorry, I didn't see your messages. So now, the next one is men in middle attack. Men in middle attack and high was a Karino Haragadi, Koigi, like Mayam hacking kind of high adu concept to low way, plus Kano Havakan, the communication intercept over Kangu neighbor. Communication intercept over Kangu Haragadi, for example, as a hyper we have, I'm a client and we have a server and we have a system using as a third party software. I got authentication, database access, I'm using a third party access. So with this third party access, combined token have a kanda, when I pass my credentials to the server, I pass through this pipe of third party application na tools. So masaya third party tools na combined token have a kanda. Any information may have no on the like if I'm masiki particular third party software like kahani mo say malware based over Kangu or Magadi, they are going to gain all my credentials. So sumba mayam so like even kaino habaganda sige men and middle attacks I am a try right okay finally I am a unsecured open network I am perform to go. Like these are kind of criminals which intercept the communication between two clients nagtraga two individuals kaidaw damakta sa data pura na to kangu name. So coming to the next slide, that is our emerging cyber security trends. So the focus, yeah, go. Ay nakita hena pining mo focus area ko. Ano ka sige emerging cyber security trends ne. So the first one, si sumiyeng baga the rise of automated hacking and high. Fine. So like hujik yang simple na example na dum yang siya maya. So like hujik ki ano bo car hay tare. Gari ito bo sing se they are all packed with kahini sounds means their PA system with their assistants connected to our Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. Nasa Android the based over kung system may amam yaw sa rebo. So Android the based over system may amam malay se kayo hire gati nasa ay vehicle higher dragi automobile da aduga aigi atopa mapan gi network amaga ma se link tawri nebo. So likewise nasagi aigi device siga aigi car siga link tawbo se bluetooth ki through the gi natraga Wi-Fi ki technologies ki communicate tawbo yaragadi like it's very much obvious that there are going to be several vulnerabilities. Mayaman mo na gani ba? Ay na nga sa ay system do connect to yamin na masay atopa network amadagi la agar ma se connect to sudum yamin ne. So likewise kay hani kusikan gi ako ki ano da mayam ta Tesla do da or then self-driving automatic drivers kay na mayam yaw mayam do. Even they are all monitored by our AI then our this one internet technologies. Yeah, aduma mayam sina connect or combine to sila like even they are all open to the internet. So once they are open to internet, then there are different numbers of hackers who are ready to acquire those system. Mo yung say mapupoy na ba nang nai nagalay ba kang humayang natin ba? Asin mo wari oy na like in US in 2020 I think. So the automobile was never launched of green, so it was on a trial stage. So trial stage ki matam sida nasagi mana enable to riba Wi-Fi do. Adu create to raga adu gi car do kaya breakdown to gibo bugi tasing na ko the report lay. So these are very major concern. Ay tare kusik no na tholak pa emerging trends nga tani ko. Like automobile the internet connectivity yori ba mayam say they are all hackables na tani ba ina. So the issue na kaino abakando cybersecurity with AI. Like cybersecurity with AI may have artificial intelligence. So like they are very much good in natural language processing, face detection and all. Even AI is very much paramount in building our security system. May build the wakanda threat detection, build the wakanda. Yam kana because masay human na say by use of this artificial intelligence we can detect lots of threats and lots of security concerns. But yam luwa mo di kaino habakanda those AI enabled threat detection system mayam se. Mo ako'y the attack ano bang la pa notify to kani but attack to kaino talak kani. But sige nasagit lain mo mayam se ay nga sa hybrid minor these hackers are very much ahead of those engineers. Mo ako'y nakhalid dito kay hena wang na tanong natin. Aduna like akoina threat detection tawba sumaina, then security system the check tawba sumaina, they can build their own AI. When a build of this kaino hamakanda, automatically find out all the vulnerabilities to inject it. Yeah, go. Moina ngasai moina tawai mo AI gi thudagi oina thiraga moina ngasai gi akoi gi crime perform tawna oina chatki babu AI. Aduniga akoi gi integrating AI with cyber security in AI. So the next one is kaino kana mobile is a new target. See, report ki matung ina in 2019, chumiko 2019 cyber security ki matung ina masagi akoi gi mobile phone ki malware tholak pa 50% hengat level, because kaino haba kana chumme every individual now afford a mobile phone ama lebedi loima ngame, even mase walk through tawrikanda phamikanda, even walking chalikanda thabak ama tawringaida, if they have to perform some certain transaction of bank, kamai tawge kan ai computer thakana drebu ti ai paisa thana ke, then I will send you the amount, I transaction to tawra again har koi mobile phone dagi taweba. So the hackers now have the information that every information means see financial transaction mein aapse human prefer on mobile prefer tawreba. So they started building up those new kahani threats based on mobile phones. Yeah, go. Sige mobile phone sida moina threat same la kanda kai do ke haba kan akoina tawriba transaction meyam se moina monitor to bang me hojikti certain threats like ko se certain threats like so moina taw se kai no haba kan aina transaction taw basically moina like every photo se capture to no moini server the lack financial transaction se record to hoba email lo hoba yeah go sumba mayam ama adum thoeba. So mathangdana kari lege haba kanda akoigi ngai cloud service is also a potential vulnerable. Yam section ba yai ko cloud service and high mayam na cloud service hujikti kamai tawge haba kanda work from home gi concept se lak dagi yai ko mayam se cloud ta hena based tore like aina tori ba thabak ki data mayam se cloud ta thagalaga thamba everywhere access tawna ba. So fine, cloud is very good. Yam phai ko yam phai akhoi da yam lai tho le yam nuai ba hadi technology hengalan ba ki akhoi da kana bam di lai re ba. But masagi sige cloud sina mogi cloud services semak pa kanda mogi security concerns na fadana equip tawraga mogi sema abane ba. Kamai tawge haba kanda those user akhoi gumba users hai, those who are not that much aware of our either natraga akogi malicious software gumba akogi phishing attack gumba khangdaba kangbu mayam se sigi sina potential ama oiraga ngasagi akoina tawriba thabak sina loophole ama generate tawraga sigi apa services go kaino kana attack to holle mi no ji aduna. So like when you use a cloud service, first no check the karamba web service no moi karamba security concerns yawe na haiba do phajana check to bio, because kai no haiba kanda nangi cloud service ta nang na hap to se nangi data ngatane nangi data ngatane then nangi information ngatane ba. So masagi secure the cloud ta nangi information ama hapat ki bana have say it's going to be leaked anyhow any day. No matter no is leak because they don't have that security concerns. Adum baduni ko akoy hujikti cloud system yam vulnerable oireba because cloud na ko hele haminate akoy user dagi ne mo heli mayam se kay gino haba kan akoy asol ba akoy human education je what padagi akoy na nasai gi mangon na vulnerabilities me ama create tawra ga nasai atop hackers mayam sina adu dagi chang na bo ina corner ga layem. So next one is data breach yam atoba concern naman ko. Hujik quite work from home की concept था. Quite major concern na hire gati कोई data breach है. Data breach का haba kanda masai particular akhoi ki oiba data secure na thamgadaba magi integrity magi security nga aga thamgadaba pot se akhoi na khangdabi mawong da akhoi na mayam da hekta thadokpa natraga open oina thamdokpa. So like masai hackers bana magi server inject or data huran have na tongan ba mane like there are different numbers of potential breaches which generate from our user side ako user side tagi. For example nang na sumaina nangi thabak ama lai so form fill up ama chale so I forgot to bring my Aadhaar card, so it's like Aadhaar the no form the main is the only Aadhaar number. So fine. Nang sumaina hi ba ai ba. Oh, I sumaina form member chatne Aadhaar purak tre. So please send me the Aadhaar number. That's all fine. So aduda nga sagi akoy na kamay tawgi haba kanda masay social networking site na talaga ay Facebook ta taro na talaga WhatsApp ta taro masay even mail ta thati kasu kaide ay concept ta but masay akoy gi simple photo na maga every credentials yaw mayam sa koy na masay gi like social networking site kum da thadok se like akoy na how bune ba sigi se data se akoy dagi thok hinaba akoy gi personal ka haini habak neba akoy na tawjari se like adumaina masay gi data breach hairaga di kay oidino haba kanda akoy da like major or achoba business kumba achoba company then achoba organization mayam sina masay moi da like se kay no kana they works on data moi data like doine thabak ki data lai mani then human resource ki data lai mani atopa data mayam ne mani ba so the major concern moi na tawdai se adu ki data do integrity lai ba ne ba means atopa amana security lai ba plus integrity lai ba like atopa amana hector masay gi access to yadaba plus kaino kan atopa amana hector alter to yadaba change to yadaba adu ki mo na thambada ne haibani da yai ko so the next one is IoT with 5G network koi mayam ai sigi se horen IoT gi sigi example se horen live to mayam 15 minutes ko yeng mina se so IoT kaino koi mayam le khang internet of things like hujikti kaino kan IoT nga tane ba so IoT na have say it's very much new ano mo nga tane but it's connected to internet to connect tawre so like I na sa have to mind internet to connect to na have say there are lots of open vulnerabilities mayam ma lai doine ba yeah ko akoina hujik khangi ba when seasonary but like Google Chrome na mayam na secure way they kind of season even they have their serious flaws mo security concerns adum lai ba nga tane ba mo so aduna nasai like IoT da tawri ba thabak se karino haraga the communication between different multiple devices yeah ko nasai device am lai ni internet seasonary then data thani data drive tawni access taw doine ba koina so like sige access e hujik kaino kana 5G network lak ba dagi hena nungai halle ba koida so hena su ya halani ba thabak tawba yeah ko aduna ngasai gi sige anobo poche akoina han adapt to fin bagi mohutta ngasai gi mase magi kahani research 5G plus kaino kana IoT research low idribnina sida to anbo bonus loophole me amam lai doine ba aduna sige loophole me am sina hujik kamai tawge hakana hackers me am sidi ready de lai rabne ba moi sige system sida moi changa fataba thabak tawrage I'm going to create an crime natra crime scene ma thabak tawrage na moi ready de lai ba kangu me am lai rabne ba aduna so when we use IoT with 5G network ano technology ne ano kana ma amati lai sina kadam ne but when we use that particular IoT with our 5G akoina tawgada thabak ti kaino haba kan magi kari lu lai aina karamba data thadoino karamba season adoino habada fully akoina masagi human akoi oiba human akoina hana educate oigadab ne ba yai ko hekta akoina laira me na every kahani devices mayam natraga every services mayam se loina mak secure oibra even our antivirus internet security they are not 100% secure moi bok secure oidamni na akoina season oiba port di secure oiram madrane heno oiram moi doine ba aduna ngasagi outside vulnerabilities mayam ama laibani na ngasagi akoida unknown bug mayam amam tholak toine ba sigi bug mayam sina ngasagi loophole mayam sina akoida kaidoba crime scene mayam ama tholak bagi chances mayam am su dum lakhini ba mas magi am chobo risk am oirak toine ba koi sigi IoT and 5G network se so mathanga automation and integration so like those who works with development the labor kangu mayam se ayamba hujikti kaino kan automation and integration sida oina work toy automation and integration the work toy na haibagi concept ti koigi like hujikti hana dagi framework ana haraga mayam loi mak lay mina koina copy paste ki type ta koina thabak toy ba human ki thabak se yam pressure la every thabak to kana like every professional have their own pressure yai ko kasi engineers me am su igi kahani product to daily visual to doine yam thuna to doine sigi matam da to doine so deadline timeline me am lak dagi di ke doge ha kan mo yam pressure na thabak to yam thuna koina moina thabak to ne yam thuna thabak to sida loina ba thabak to ko kanda ngasai gi mana security concerns me am yenga da yeng bagi mo da hana dagi laiba framework dagi kamai to ge ha kan mo adu season ga thuna thabak oina to ga lo shele bo jikti like website nama saba na haina seba so hanagi sagi bagi mong framework ama lai reba so adugi framework to put pusala aga some editing khara tawraga ekta ya ba type to ina khalleba so like adugi to tasengna aphabana te proficient solution ama la kadura hanagi natte ba monda kaigino haba kanda ngasagi aina hana semiba service to adu the vulnerabilities yaurambagadi aina adu to check tawraga aina overcome tawbagi mota chapmana vulnerabilities to atopa site mayam da sumu atopa device mayam da su atopa model mayam da su ain hapa ga loi to sum thadokrane ba yai ko aduna ngasagi automation and integration huji says it's going to be a kahani achauba loophole leibam mo oidoi ko sigi su dum horen yang se automation and integration ki batang da I'll give a live demonstration. So next is kaino kana targeted ransomware. Sige, WannaCry na I attack amalay ko kogi WannaCry na master ransomware attack ne. Sige se England da mogi National Health Service ki hospital namada yai ko moina 70,000 devices locked away. 70,000 devices locked away na have se karino haragadi monetary gain kita magtaneba. Sige England Scotland sige hospital ne mogi service mogi device ne mogi service ne si kanana lock tawrino haba kanda WannaCry na haba side ransomware attack sina mo se kedoge haba kanda lock tok sa lebo mogi devices man mogi poisera ga su moina nasagi mogi hospital mo sina ge yagi bra har ga ya deba until and unless moina ngasagi sige negotiate tawra moina fund khara transfer tawe adu fund du transfer taw trikanda moi services mayam dam sijina bangam deo aduna masagi ransomware se ayam matam the target tor ko je kana the target to gen hire gadi masagi akoi gi daily activities tabak to kangu yam simple in a real example of haiba kanda akoi hujik manipur da ransomware targeted ransomware amana hujik case ama layeba sige se kanano hire gadi akoi gi private company yam atoba gari yon ba company atoba amagi hujik mogi network ta lay system mayam loina mak mogi tele gi file mayam do loina mak block tor ka tameba moi hujik hang ba yada dana lay riba so likewise kai hai ta aina haining mai targeted ransomware kai na hire gadi karino haba kanda nasai gi akoi ne yam laina es kasu taw loida ayo na kasu taw loida na khalaga adum sina ba yani kai na khanba aduga once akoi gi network se secure hawdra gadi mana loophole do target tawraga changa ga ai devices mayam ama mana block taw doi ne ba yeah, go. So, sige si so yamna immersive train naman ni go. I think next 20-25 years, sige ransomware ki wari se koi solution kahen man na apaba solution na koi phangni tha jati sige chatli ba sidagi hanjal lakke da oina agi concept din mind oi ko because kaino kana encryption se mayam ma lay ni na moina tongan ba cryptography concept mayam ma tawraga masa ki algorithm mo generate to hawre ba other curry algorithm that is have the point detect it's very hard to decrypt again. Yeah, go. Aduna sige ransomware lagi ko na token na hire gadi ay na hygienic mamayam the concept the first thing you have to do is if you work on very sensitive data adu sensitive data to backup am lobby ho every time every day backup am lobby ho kay you know have a kind if you have to backup then adu ransomware changi hang so you can directly format your computer na traga nangi computer do reset tau thoga nangi file ma'am do mug season na yani natabada nang adum yani ay dum season na na hire ransomware no once attack tau ragadi nang na hekta decrypt tau bukanda yang khudong sa ba thengna na kadoy ne because even you might have to pay some amount yeah ko adu gi ki chance folakani nang file do manga ning dragadi security patches में हम सीजन नगदम ने even कई नुकान network secure नगदम ने firewall अदुम on तो गदम ने याई को so even though अच्छी में आपसे बैकअप तो रगा so नंगी data sensitive कोई data तो work तो रगा दी better you have your own backup. So the next one is insider threat see human error see na primary ay nga sa have to primary reason na mo oy ba ko data breach to wakanda kay you know have a kanda masagi ay organization sida ay na taw thabak ama da soy gargadi if I'm handling the server ay na server the some configuration ama taw reba so if my server if I have made a misconfiguration then this misconfiguration vulnerabilities will be shown worldwide automatically by the internet masai thirak pakanda sige loophole se thirak pakanda vulnerabilities number do thirak pakanda ICC server da si vulnerabilities lay sige software sige means sige server sida mana CC tools ma'am deploy to when hanin adugi vulnerabilities ma'am do lema kung pangni ba so adugi vulnerabilities ma'am do phangabdi na kamay to ge ha ba kanda unauthorized user man ay can come close to my server and he can block my server, natraga he can block my server, natraga he can use denial of service of my server. Yeah, ko. Adumaina sina ina example server da sum pibe wane, but maximum kai haitara ina hiding badi kasagi human traits, natraga human kai hiding uneducation. Yeah, ko. Human error sin ako ki data breach to kana yam achobo chance ma pi ba aduna ako na to tabak achobo means tabak server ko mada tabak tawba then ako gi kahani employee mayam se control tawba system ko balai ragadi ako na yari ko kay doge have kanda ako gi human error na trag human gi threat like na ko na gadamne because kay no have kanda isang atok po sina find gi based never crime dadi isang atok pa means ay se educate ko like ay na share to ba ya sa si kita ni ay na port open to gadamne si kita ni yeah, go. So, I know sige web server is generally sige vulnerabilities like bane atu vulnerabilities to off the toka bane. So, these are some awareness that we have to give to the human. Means sagi expert to the point pige the awareness ngata neba. So, this awareness sina kay control tor pa yagi have kanda nasagi ako gi insider threats the data breach to gi bagi chances maximum number da koi handa ba yara kaniba. So, from example ina sum yeng ba ya makanda yeah, ko ahamada koina every day kamay tawge hamba kanda 6 billion of spam mails in every day thadok thazin taw na consider it 5 millions of spam mail spam email na have say kay oiram doy no haragadi maximum they are going to be the phishing email ma'am oiram doy neba so adu garagadi like 6 billion sidagi like a point percentage sina access to click to kanda how many phishing scam kamuk torongani just imagine yeah ko aduga atopa amada na akoy na hujik sizinariba URL mayam se to be considered that only kay haitare less than third of the URL like like mayam se means maximum third of the URLs consider kamay together safe tang oy ne loweba akoy na 3% of URLs safe oy other above this 3% yeah go remaining 90 96 97 and higher seva percentage of URLs kay no have kana they are all high risk na taneba. See, I na kaiba nate. These are all report generated by Panda Security na traga security like security concerns Kaspersky Panda Security mo na piba crime report nga tani ko. So aduga nasay third subuda na ina kaiba tumay na khwaidagi common oiba akogi data breach perform tawge na hiring adi phishing sigi campaign taweba. So sigi phishing sigi matang ay amutang mayam amtang clear toramge akoy na yam common oy natapa kanda phishing haba maga phishing haba maga tay ko. So this phishing always required internet connectivities. Aya matamda masi internet tagi toba scam crime ngata neba. Aduga phishing na haraga na V na horaga na kari oige haba kanda nasagi like sige scam mayam sina traga sige crime scene mayam kanada crime mayam se kanada gi for panu generate to no haraga di kogi voice data gumba voice call dagi gumba yama to leba masi. Yeah ko. Aduna like quite common oiba attack data breach to wakanda kana season again hire the phishing scam sing ata season able because kay you know have kanda data breach to one has ay nang changa ka lokok pati yado nina they require some credentials kana the data na do enable so sige credentials dakar lai bisi lokok na bo na bada they put up some phishing campaign script moina put up to raneba adugi phishing campaign sida gi kabain to ni data se moina username password for example la ho rani then fine mapu moina oy then data breach to ya dego so matang dana kai lagi have kanda phishing sida su ayamba tongan na phishing mayam like no edum taramani udum no internet sida bakan uraba ngata ne koi lottery ki scam lay then auction ki scam lay then adugi logistic ki scam lay but maximum number of phishing scams hai kana adu kena moi na emphasis p na hire gadi email da moi na p because kai gino have kanda email sigi through the tawragadi like log kai kahani credentials login credentials me ama mo na kamay tawba log thok pa yabagi neba so matang dana akoy na yengba yaba mana nasai gi hoy india gi ta sengai thijabne sigi report se chap sabdi phangde but as report with Panda Security 60% of China ki computers hai 60% of computers in China sise totally infected by malware neba moina piba moigi security na piba report ni ko though even in Europe kaino ganda khwaidagi highest ta leiba percentage se kana oige haragadi akoigi like Turkey moina oi ko so 60% of computer malware na infect tawragadi like think about computer kaya no moina personal information gain torom deba data breach torom deba attack perform torom deba hacking torom deba mayam se just imagine dama mayam torom ni ba kya ko so aduga even in akoina sum chocolate na mayam na high ba America na high se so America da like mix of companies they lose kind of kind $27 million annually mo cyber attack tagi loss to it kaso kana ba natin kung mo information ba aduda thaba mi mateng pang makenta natin gasay gi sige cyber attack mayam se sidagi mo se kam out to na ba holak na bagi damakta they spend around 27 millions annually gasay gi sige attack mayam se dagi holak na ba like for example ransomware dagi na taga malware dagi na taga tungan ba crypto checking mo dagi holak na ba mo they spend around 27 million every year cyber attack tagi mo spend to iba so these are kaino kan free na sa pa paisa na lower yun na 27 million every year adu so amuk tak natte kya ko so matang na every business yeah ko company mein aam sa 14 second the ransomware is a thing about in every 14/7 a new ransomware attack occur every 14 second ransomware attack occurs see say worldwide tani ko aduna just think that asagi ransomware sina hujik ke am sathi na devices mein aam se attack torongani on average yeah ko aduga akoina khangsin ba yaba madi like some calculation ki matung ina if ransomware attacks on a network aduda like 20 numbers of devices yeah ko adugi network ta like 20 numbers of devices they usually lock on the average ama kitang tawde 20 30 20 30 40 hay na tawusu yawi ko but as an average 20 devices mo ina lock to we go so hujikti aduga khwaidagi yamna henna tholakpa crime area na haragadi it's going to be mobile phones fine sidi akoy hena masay so dum ang mga tane maximum every individuals use mobile phone sometimes they use kay hani hujikti ani ahum buk pa they handle 2-3 mobile phones so sige every information sharing every transactions even mailing loy mo hujikti am kamay to we have kanda they prefer on mobile phones adu na nga sagi hujikti kamay to ge ano Windows sa sarang bo malware gumba mayam se even they started building up on for mobile phones so boy yam kanna malware puthok pa hore aduga masagi mobile phones to yam fraudulent oiba haragadi phishing and have a scam do like phishing and haragadi koina he kamanoy na tava like nangi ATM card che like it's going to be blocked you have to give your numbers like CVV numbers you have to search so that I can activate your ATM again Advaina high kana in a thani after that they will ask to give me the OTP they have been sent on your SIM card number so I will send it yeah ko so sumba mayam so like aduga real example amtang piram game more sigi mobile phones ta tawba fraudulent activities and hierarchy it's a very real example remember that those who are using Facebook account opening from mobile numbers yeah ko Kamay tawag hawak ka na noy na Facebook say hujik sign up tawag ka na you can use through your mobile phones. Mobile phone yung number na noy na sign up tawag mo. So sometimes yari na nang sign up tawag ng Facebook account ng season na rame ba. So face nang kanadik season ino nang mobile phone number dagi sometimes nang isong numay tawag na talaga nang itabak ki adugi adagi dagi nang mobile phone je yam na atopo jaga am relate tawag ng mobile phone je SIM card je nang deactivate tawag ba. So now in India we have MNP mobile number portability. So mobile number portability la ibanina kamain tawag have a kanda sometimes nangi number say can regenerate reactivated in some other area nang sa Delhi ko madana taga Bangalore ko madana taga Bihar na taga UP da nangi number siya mo activate tor piyay once that person activates the number aduga if he wants again to open a Facebook account with that mobile phone number aduga nagadi kamain tor ni mana sumangi mobile phone number do happen so adu sign up tawag have a kanda sige number sidagi hana Facebook account mo lang na khangani ko na if it is not deactivated hogla ani ba mana password na mo harni password nang khangde na harni again you will click on Canada forgot password namani then they will send a Canada OTP tharani OTP on your mobile phone again nang SIM card number tharani so now kamain tawni Ngasay atopa mi ay na hangambane ay sim si atopa na paigre mana Facebook account ay account number de mo hange ma password mana change tore. Now again my Facebook account is handled by that person again. Yai ko. So sumba si ko section ka damni ko yari ko. So then as a value as a number 10,000 Android numbers are infected every day. Yai ko. Then it's increasing day by day. Like Hana 2017 the 40% increase like I mean I have an as per report of 2020 it increased up to 65 to 70% of increase like cybercrime. The statistics in Android phone the infector was it. Then the interesting one is in this year 100 ki chahi sida think that there is a possibility of using 300 billion password as a worldwide 300 billion password same bagi chance token even. So just think that how to secure this 300 billion password. Yam luba thabak amani ko. Kasi password and I have to say it's a very highly sensitive data ne ba sige 300 numbers of passwords how we are going to secure. So for this reason only kayo have a kind of human education natraga cyber education is a need. Kayo no kasi sige password may apse kamay na secure ina thamdo no kamay na thamaga di ma se tena phagani na have se we have to give awareness and we have to teach them that all. Atuna tano upay like 300 billion password ko na like local like this password can be saved only by the cyber education and human education. Sige cybercrime prevention prediction and I have say ay yam kahina changarogi because sarna sunga say happen adum panbira me then sama na mga atene but sida ano ba hire the BEC attack na hai business email compromise na attack amalay ko so sige business email attack ki mawong se kay no have kanda kasi those business which work on money exchange sa taw work taw riba kasi kay hani companies mayam se mo ina ayam taw ba attack ni ko ko sige BEC na se business email compromise na have se mo ina target taw siya kay no have kanda kasi sige business the lady ba employee mayam dugi like email mayam se compromise taw raga kasi mo ya honda bida aseng ba business ki concern do ya honda bida money exchange se mo gi site gi taw halaga mo ina paisa se hijack taw raga lohobo so adum ba hojik train tholai ko adum thole then aduga mobile gi malware da yam nothing ba amana koina sumkhan khalu da ba hana ransomware na ha se maximum kay no kana koina computer system do ina koina khalam me ba but sige ransomware se as per Microsoft ki research team mogi defender ki team na ne sigat pa kana in 2020 they found a new ransomware malware yeah ko ransomware ki malware ma moina detect to ba sige detect se kanada to bono ha kana it affects only on mobile phones hana akogi computer system na torom bodo they have generated a new malware which can infect on mobile phones using this ransomware adu ragadi nasagi ransomware ki crime se sum hingalaki to riba yeah ko then another one is kaino kanda ina sita kita pusaning mana crypto jacking so crypto jacking and I have say crypto mining hay tare cryptocurrency mine taw na ba so crypto jacking and I have say combine taw no have a kanda even they are using somewhat malware hay ka like malware the infection among the oito but combine taw have a kanda so kanjal already in this coming futures of cyber security and cyber crime this ransomware and crypto jacking they are going to run on this one too yeah mo si diba yang farak tado si usik sige crypto checking na tawri ba thabak se karino haina kadi ai sige attack singa akoi gi particular system se mana infect tawrane ba ai gi system se ai sungkhang khangan da bida ai gi system se mana sijenar cryptocurrency mine tawda sijena handoi ne ba aina tawbana afataba thabak se aina tawbana taba masagi atopa mapu sina ai gi monda sige crypto checking gi malware se hapaga ai gi system sidagi ai gi system se mana sijenaraga like internet sidagi cryptocurrency mine tawbada sijenandoine paisa tan sijenandoine so adumba type of malware du ni ko zik boom oina tholakpa kangu haitare then atopa mana encrypted communication platform si man loi mak tara ba khangaba concept na tane ayamba like hujikti akoina thengnaba kan the WhatsApp ana hai WhatsApp, yeah, it's built on end-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption se. Sige, powerful plus kanda masagi akoy the laiba challenges mayam amasu laiba. Those who are working on forensic, they never want our chat system, our instant messenger to be encrypted with end-to-end because haba kanda ngasay data se ko retrieve to wong daba, extract to wong daba, decode to wong daba. Yeah, go. Adum bagi chance mayam tule, but as per kind communication. Say end-to-end encryption chip yam based quite ipabane kange because kana masi totally encrypted neba. Akoy marakta gi changa kanana kay no ko kaita khangba ngamdeba. But sige encrypted chat for example if it masagi si particular WhatsApp ki hani user ama mase crime na generate na lower seba. So masagi sige WhatsApp sida yaw ko information mayam it's going to be a very good evidence in my crime scene. Kasi crime scene doon yung evidence sa wang pumpido niya ba. But kasi sige magi WhatsApp sila end-to-end encryption da magi kasi encrypt to graba nina. Kasi ako gi option ko gi site tagi di like it's impossible have it yade but possible if magi kasi backup kung bododom laiba nina backup siya ko na lower the why siya then we can decrypt to but it's very difficult. But it give a very much challenge to the Canada cyber expert, forensic expert ma'am the challenge mo oye ba. Aduna for like crime to view have na crime WhatsApp season na crime to ka sudum phani but have the crack quick na change have one but as per communication channel adu ko raga di akoy ke secure ba season again na ha di but we use means akoy ka ni end to end encryption yaw ba instant messenger में आम से season बने है ना भाई but as per forensic expert masagi magi message decode to se adu dikhra wana tho ena haibani ko so coming to the next kay legi haba kan koi gi ngasai social networking site ta koi na kari security kara enhance to ya ge na haira gadi first the koi gi strong password and unique password hapa strong password like hanadi kamai to ge kan 6 number of length na le rame ujik the 8 numbers of length on grade nowadays you have to give 10 numbers of length with composition of kana uppercase lowercase symbols and special symbols yeah numeric sama sorry adumaina same kadabane aduga anisubadana ina have though if you are using a social network service then please go through the terms and conditions mga sa security conditions may amang pibo adu mayam do check to view ko then atopa ahum subadana if you are using social networking site please configure your social networking site page regarding to your privacy like sige kay no kana fake account na have said yam saying na have kanda mas fake account na have say sometimes we treat them as a crime mo say crime ni na dum ko na treat tawe patta tabak to magadi but kamay tawag have kana Facebook the point fake account kind of have say ekta mutat pang madra hargadi prawana thokani because even I myself as working as a forensic expert when I have a case regarding this social networking site I give personal website I give personal page tagi I give personal kahani login tagi sabab to ya adam nina even though I use a face kahani fake account ama same aga adu account tagi access to season na iba but I na hiding like if you are using this social networking site nangi nga site nang na kari share to boy nangi kari private information nang na thadok pa yata ba like karam ba mayam like the nangi sensitive information mayam ama adu gido pajana monitor to bio adu privacy do setting to bio have ni ko then ani su badana asagi if nangi computer say social networking site ama siya na have say it's going to be connected with your internet nangi internet tagi connect to ne so if your computer system is connected to an internet please manage your firewall the pajana same bio update your operating system updated web browser sina bio plus please use antivirus or internet security yeah ko adumaina adu gi mayam duma protection to ensure to bio atapa amana like if you are using social networking site please never link with your business account your personal account thambadi hai but please don't link with your business account yeah ko multiple account thamjalagadi multiple information mo ito player ka doine like nangi for example just think that I Gmail account ama lere I Nelit account ama lere aigi Yahoo account ama lere, then Microsoft account ama lere. So the username are different regarding to the domain. But if I use the same kind of password, if I password ama khangi bakana, sometimes if I password the chapana season magadi email ID mari maki mana password chapana khangaga sensitive data lokthokpa yadoinebo. Then another one is unnecessary link koina click tawbiganoba. So click link and have koi manungda kari yawno kari yawrino have na khangba natabnina. Like sometimes mase kai tawge have kana farming bo mana puwe like aina say link ama lera me naina hekta click tawruba kanda magi manungda piriba path di khangdabnina sometimes I say some pornographic site amada natraga unwanted phishing site amada natraga malware laiba site amada usalaga thamamba yaego. Then I know adudagi tholappa kandadi I fattaba mayam ama puraga laktoinebo. Then next akoigi home network then public kahani personal network may amse secure to biba. Secure to biba habagi meaning ding asai na haijabado like vulnerabilities may ama like vulnerabilities may amse overcome taunaba my loophole may amse fix taunaba. It gives us lots of updates and akoida may am laiba. Updates are properly akoina install to biba web browser then security software may ama pajana install to biba. So these are some any general concept that we have to follow while using social networking sites. So coming to my any huzik I demonstration yam na di ucharoge mayam the khangba yaba general oiba general oiba khara uchage ko mayam da. So fine first so ransomware so this is what readme by ransomware. So ransomware ma akoigi computer systems the ransomware ma infect tawre hardi manas minor readme ma koida hana pirakani file se hang bakanda sigi file ma'am se encrypt tawre ransomware na tawre if you want these files to be decrypted again so sigi jagah se mail tharau then sigi jagah se personal the paisa tharau the price of private key and decrypt software is mana $980 kind of piece so mina pirak to never so sigi say na sa have the mina if you want and within 72 hours ki manung so you will make available of 50% discount so that you have to pay only $490 kind of minor so these are some Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible, loud and clear.
So like that, so everyone is fine with this one ransomware. See adum yari na lauraga ay network so tatlam may khangong jadre. So like then the next one is so my so this is a very simple demonstration regarding your safeguard of your password. Wait, tama. So fine. Di naman ine-cancel again. So if I write my password here, so I think mayam amta khangde ba ini iriba password che. So like koina sumba sensitive oiba data say like cyber cafe then other some other users PC decision of kan koina masai remember me kind of haibado. Yari ko ito tawbigano tawragadi like masai ki kadang computer HTML the proficient oiba kanghu na di yam line na khangba ngame haigadra. Yai ko. Kangma ngame have a concept like sumaina why you remember me or gani sumaina thola ka doi neba password che bullet ta so kana gumba ma idang proficient oi ba mana di sigi password che koina changaga swagi jaga asida sigi jaga asida text on book ibakan sa i password to mana reminder ko means I try to ngam ko. So this sumaina sumba password kung sensitive oi ba data se yari ko save to ga thambi no. So these are some examples. Another one is sumaina yeng se examples isam sama yeng sine ekta manipur.gov.in and higher. So there are going to be different numbers of hackers who want to hack our manipur.gov.in. Sigi server se mo hack to palm dine. So aham matam the Sigi server se hack to bakanda. First thing is they have to find out the vulnerabilities. My vulnerabilities may am thi do neighbor. So Sigi vulnerabilities thi was like we have different numbers of tools software available now. So isam sam na Sigi vulnerabilities ay yeng. So I have a plugin that is Warden.in. See makanda ina magi preview yung maganda manipur.gov.in my host name sida lay karamba service ta tambano Amazon da lay bine loy makhange karamba jaga dagi launch soro ko Mumbai dagi toro company ISP kanano amazon.com gi ISP ne khange so mana sida season ay technologies me amamo pure ko so now it gives numbers of vulnerabilities CVE common vulnerabilities exposure and have any go common vulnerabilities exposure and have any sida common vulnerabilities exposure 20190 220 on a kind of period. So if I click on these vulnerabilities, it will give all the reference between regarding this particular CVE. CVE ki matang doi pira ni ba. Sige vulnerabilities lagi na hana dagi do second they are aware of this. Hana dagi sige hackers में हमसे ना sige vulnerabilities में हमसे hana dagi aware of ni na. So they might find a very old path na talaga hana dagi kamo lambi है mga sige ki server sige changa like some crime में ama taubo yabagi concept la kadoi ni ko. So aduga ngasagi aina atopa ama haraga na koi ngasagi sige sodan.in na haibase sige sige koi adum tamba adum kana bane sige jaga sida kuchi kuchi open IP kana kana yeng leige kana haraga koi sida open IP thiraga the open IP thiraga so this is the IP kana the United Kingdom ki IP ne honest like P riba sida 35 179 76 86 kind of P riba Yeah, go on. So these are all open IPs. Sige, IPs may am sa ina so naganda beta preter ko masija na sige direct sige system se koi na access to ya do ine ba. To bi wo hai ba te but sumai na like open oi ba oi da ba. Then even kaino kana ina pa mo di like smart TV karam smart TV dai ri open oi na IoT device ta. And when is minus sida check to ba kanda. Tapos malat niya. So IP number में आमम तो ले 175, 120, 175, 171. Karamba, you know, Republic of Korea. Yeah, ko karamba device no IoT device ni. Kaya sila PV ba smart TV may amam mo iram to niya sige se. So sugong ba mayamam malay sugong ba mayam sila yung open ba sila like ako na like white hacker oy na sige access tawraga si loophole lai kaya ako'y nadung piba kasu kaide adudi pai but sige se ako'y na hente improve tawraga mogi system do thugay na ba sila yati ko. अदुगा मयाम की सुम concept हेन नुवाइना ब खंगना आई website amtang हाइजरम दे अदुगी website तुना कोई sim.in हाइरा sim.in sim to पावर को sim so OSINT framework sir I'm audible sir Bubu am I audible
A little low. You're audible, but voice is little low.
thank you sir so like we have some other website like we have this one osintframework.com. Fine. See, OSINTframework.com and I have say it's a free open source. Yeah, open source name as it. So like see framework the username check down like you have search engine different numbers of on a site of the Purokani. So you can go through this website and from this tool available as open source, you can try once. So may am to may aduga nga sa like metadata thina ba yeah, go metadata twin of AXMF tool like yeah go then adagi like social networking ni the Facebook ki kay lay the mayamam thola ka source analytics mayamam so these are all open source you can use as your own nang idum season na nang nasidum like security da kitang khara he na kay hani pamaga di some trial taw na ba sidagi dum yenga dum season na even I think there was a tool for password to problem fine. So like we have encoding and decoding tools. Fine. So mayama adong pang mali sidagi dum ako'y nathiraga as a training documentation mo yung yaw mo ni open source nga tani pajana tak mo ni sidagi dum yengbe. So masagi ay na atopa man na ako'y na ngasay yengbe ya makanda hoop ana high reba. Hoop ransomware na high reba. So hoop ransomware I think it's encrypted under SAR-256. Pero mo daw mali ko. So sumay na nga sa ransomware na malay magi encryption say koy na kamay na decrypt to kay do koy na some certain thing na higher the magi like algorithm na koy khang da yar ay kan makanda hoop na have it works on SAR-256. Likewise we can target the encryption and we can try to decrypt. Adum ako'y try to koy ko sumay na. So So again, sidagi hen ako'y na sumiying bayaba hairagati even some as a trial as a ethical hacker no na sum try to get security concern loophole me ando analyze to get thige na hairagati even there are different numbers of live camera available online. Yeah, go live camera may amam so even if you are sitting here in Manipur Imphal, you can view different location worldwide. Adum ya ani ba? Easy. Kita mo di network. So, kitang problem. I have little network problem, but I think we'll try. So So advertisement yawri nga tanga ko. Yeah. So these are some kaino kanda live camera nga tani open way na pang mani. If we have this access, then we can like crime ama tawag isu yare plus kaino kanda we can overcome a crime. Adu su ani magtagi ubaya hay tare. So like see kaino kanda New York City ki Times Square hai. Even I have not visited once. Kung ani ga minute kun sama to husi mo ida. So sige mo ida live the view dum uri ne ba. Network kitang tapag kitang di chap kumali ko. But these are all live camera. Sumay na to makoy na thiraga adum yengaga sige link se phang mani na these are all open. We can certain do analysis. Sida analysis may amang makoy perform to ko yan. So like for now I give session na hire gadi like sidalo siya jarage. So if you have any question regarding cyber security, then cyber forensic, you can put up on your chat box. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Uh, thank you, Mr. Dinamni. That was a very detailed explanation of all the cybersecurity aspects, including how to analyze, view informations, and I hope that our participants, mainly our students, will benefit from your session very much. But then I do like to warn our student that even though the thing that Sir Dinamni has disclosed may also be used for very, bad purpose or bad intent, but I hope or we hope that you won't do any, or commit a crime using the tool and technique as discussed in this session. The information was only for education purpose, and kung napara kanda oza dinamni na tapiban na haibadi yate ko. So hopefully, with this session, I'd like to thank our Executive Director, Sir Tej Prameswar Singh, under whose guidance we have executed a couple of projects and a couple of activities under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav we are organizing. And for this month, these two webinar has been organized. But for the coming months, we are going to celebrate this Mahotsav for the next 1 year till next August. So we will request our students to suggest topics of interest that they would like to, participate in the coming months. So we hope that we will organize a couple of workshops, competitions, webinar in the month of September also. So student participation is always welcome. With these few words, I think there is a question from someone. This is for Sir Dinamni. It is written, sir, can you describe more about two-factor authentication exploitation? How is it not safe? It's
Fine,
not safe when there is a backdoor in our device.
Not
So
like that. Not like that. Say multi-factor authentication. It was very good come up with our this one authentication part, but multi-factor authentication like the name itself gives that we require multiple levels of authentication to access the data. Fine. So during the time during some time we were using only our username and password. Fine, for accessing our data. So like by coming up of this multi-factors authentication, now we have seen lots of this one second authentication part by using our voice or some other SMSs. So the thing is that our SMS and our voice messages, those which are not encrypted, are not secured. That's all. Fine. If we are using multi-factor authentication by means of this SMS or this voice message, like which are not encrypted, those unencrypted authentication might be a problem again. Fine. So for that reason behind, so the level of encryption has been enhanced by using some other tools, some other third-party tools like our this one authenticator, like Google Authenticator and this one or Microsoft Authenticator. It's not like that you have a backdoor and it can take up all your uh, this one authentication messes and all. So the thing is that it can be seen by the hackers. That's all.
Hello. There is some connection problem. Mr. Dinamni is not connected right now. Uh, so our NKN has broke down, so I'm connected from my mobile phone. We have a couple of questions from our student. Next is from Norris Haubom. Sir, is there any way we, the student of NELIT, can avail and take up internship program on cybersecurity? I have already contacted Sir Dinamni regarding the same. Thank you. Yeah, of course, of course. You can take up internship program. You can take up short-term courses, or you are our student basically. And I request all our students to in your free time you can always discuss and practice all the cybersecurity do's and don'ts, and maybe little bit on research on the tools available in NELIT Info. I'm very proud to say that we have, a very good number of security tools related to cyber forensic and IT securities. And of course, there are so many open source tools that you can take it out. So of course, you can participate in any internship program. And another is, sir, from Tangoy Siam, sir, more info on blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and its securities. Blockchain, cryptocurrency is a very big topic as such. So maybe I would suggest that we have a
Participate.
webinar on this. What do you say, Mr. Dinamni? On cryptocurrency, I think we can organize one webinar on that. I think it will be very useful from 2 points. First is use of the cryptocurrencies, or maybe from financial point of view, those who are a little bit rich want to invest or something like that. Sometimes people say, government they are not allowing cryptocurrency and all, but then many people are using it, and many people are developing tools to take advantage of the cryptocurrencies, blockchains, and other things. So Bitcoin as such may be blocked, but government of India also planning to launch its own cryptocurrencies. Many organizations, many countries are doing that. So there are great opportunities. I would say that cryptocurrencies is a new technology, new buzzword, and had we known, or had I known that Bitcoin is going to go this much fast in last 1 decade or so, then I would have invested my, kidney, one side of the kidney on it, and I'll be millionaire now. But those time we thought that, yeah, we saw that it was coming. But the technology, the adoption of technology has been so rapid that, we would like our student to explore such technology. So Sir Dinamni also mentioned about, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency mining and all. Again, this is again a very good opportunity. Many private companies are into it. Many individuals are into it. And technology is changing. So therefore, from various point of view, blockchain technologies, including that of cryptocurrencies and other thing, are giving a huge avenue for work from student point of view and from general public point of view also. So therefore, we will think of organizing one workshop with eminent someone who have worked with blockchain technology will be the expert of that session. So if there is any other question that anyone wants to share, ask, the floor is open. So as already 12:12, so I think for 2 hours the participant has said. Therefore, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude, thanks to all the participants who have participated in this Mahotsav. That is the second event on emerging trend in cybersecurity. So with this reward, I would like to thank everyone again and have a nice day. Thank you. We'll close the webinar.